Hi guys, imagine waking up one day to a life in Canada, a safer environment, excellent public services, quality health care, and opportunities for your children. Now imagine getting all of this without having to land a job offer. Guys, in this video today, I am going to discuss with you two pathways you can use to relocate to Canada without having to go through the trouble of looking for a job offer. There are legal, proven immigration pathways to Canada that do not require you to already have an employer sponsor or job offer. Many people are already using this route successfully. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you're going to learn the latest federal and provincial immigration options open to you, step-by-step requirements and eligibility criteria, how to maximize your chances of selection, mistakes to avoid, and a clear roadmap to get started right now. So whether you're a skilled professional or a tradesperson, if you're willing to relocate to Canada without going through the hassle of looking for a job offer, then this video is for you. It will interest you to know that a lot of people are using these routes to move to Canada as permanent residents right from their home country without much effort and funds. Those two routes are express entry and provincial nomination. So now let's dive in. Before we dive in, if you're yet to like this video, please give me a thumbs up, drop your comments, your questions if you have any, and please endeavor to share with your friends and family. So now, what is Express Entry? Express Entry is an application management system used by Canada's Immigration Office to select candidates for permanent residence under certain federal economic immigration programs. There are three programs managed under Express Entry, which are the Federal Skilled Worker, Federal Skilled Trades, and Canadian Express Class. So these are the three categories of Express Entry. Canada has refined which of those categories are priority draws. Some categories such as transport, agriculture, and STEM are no longer being emphasized for targeted draws. Instead, priority is given to healthcare and social services, trade occupations, education occupations, and strong French language proficiency. This does not mean that the Express Entry is limited to people in these occupations alone. This is just for the category-based draws. In February 2025, IRCC announced the education category joins other priority sectors to help fill gaps in teaching and education. So currently now, teachers are highly needed. So if you're a teacher, also you are now part of the category-based draws. And the first round was on the 1st of May 2025, when IRCC issued 1,000 invitations to apply to candidates in teaching and education roles with CRS score cutoff 479. So people are using these routes to move to Canada, guys. So if you're a teacher, you are in the healthcare sector, trades occupation, education occupations, or you know how to speak French language, you can please get into the draw now for the category-based pathway. And if your occupation is not here, you cannot join the category-based, you join the general Express Entry. Before the end of the video, I'm going to tell you other ways you can use to move to Canada, also without job offer. If you have 6-month continuous work experience in one of these roles within the last 3 years, that's elementary secondary school teachers, kindergarten elementary school teachers, early childhood educators and assistants, instructors of persons with disabilities, teachers assistants, then you are eligible for this pathway. Now, this is not limited to teachers alone. Like I said, people in the healthcare sector, we have a very long list which I cannot be able to exhaust in this video. So if you need more clarification on that, you can just drop a comment for me in the comment section. So what are the benefits of Express Entry? You do not need a job offer. Initially, if you have a job offer, it can add up to your point. I think it will give you about 50 points more. But now, even if you have a job offer, you don't get an extra point. So there is no need for job offer. Then typical processing time for Express Entry cases are relatively fast. So within 6 months for many cases, once you get your invitation to apply, and once approved, you and your immediate family are granted permanent resident status. with right to live, work, study, access healthcare, and eventually apply for citizenship right from your home country. You can get your PR status with your family. So what are the eligibility requirements? You need your work experience, you need your language ability, high health, CELPIP, TEF, any of those is fine. And you need educational credential assessment. You need to go through either WES or other approved platforms for your certificates to be evaluated. You just want to be sure it's equivalent to the Canadian qualifications. Then your age is also going to be apportioned some points. Your adaptability, spouse factors are considered under the point system. So it's a point-based system where your age, your education, your work experience, and your eye health and all of those factors is going to be awarded points. And if you get at least 67 out of 100, then you can enter the Federal Express entry system. You will be able to submit your profile and they are going to give you a total score. So this score is what is going to determine if you're going to get an invitation to apply for permanent residency or not, depending on the minimum points they are using for that particular draw. So how do you maximize your chances to get this done? Firstly, you need to focus on increasing your language test. At least you must have CLB 9 and above if possible. Since language is heavily weighted, then you need to improve your education, obtain additional credentials, because if you have master's degree, you're going to get a higher score. Of course, if you are still below 30 years, your age can help you, but if your age is if you're above 30, your age drops every year and all of that. So you can use your English language to boost your score. Then you can also use your spouse or partner's credential if applicable for extra points. Yes, your spouse too can write IELTS to help you. He can submit his own credentials too, which can also help you to score higher. Then you need to stay updated on special draws like the occupation specific draws, because it keeps changing. And if you also know French language, it's going to skyrocket your score and get you qualified for ITA. Then you have to keep your profile current and accurate. The last one is provincial nomination program. Guys, if you can get nominated by any province in Canada, you earn 600 extra points, which automatically qualifies you for the next invitation. Boom, you see Canada inviting you to apply for permanent residency. So guys, that takes us to the next one, which is the Provincial Nominee Program. Canada has 10 provinces with 3 territories, and each of these provinces have their specific provincial nomination programs, and each of these provinces have different priority occupation lists. So you want to check which of these provinces have your occupation on their priority occupation list. So once you are able to determine which province need you in Canada, then you can use their provincial nomination program to get your PR. So PNPs are immigration programs run by provinces or territories in partnership with the federal government. So each province has its own streams targeting different occupations, skill levels, economic needs. Many PNP streams are express entry aligned, but it's not all. Some of them you don't need express entry to get nominated. So if you receive a nomination, you get 600 CRS points, like I explained earlier, which virtually guarantees an invitation to apply from IRCC. So PNPs also often allow for immigration without a job offer, depending on the province and stream, provided you meet other criteria. So most PNPs also would not require you to have a job offer. So example of PNPs and their key features, I've just mentioned just 3 provinces that you can look into currently. Alberta express entry streams, you need an active express entry profile score 300. You just need as little as 300 to qualify for this, and your primary occupation must match priority sectors, and you must intend to live in Alberta. So if you want to move to Alberta, just check Alberta priority occupation list. You can be nominated. Another province is Prince Edward Island. The province uses expression of interest system. I've made a video about this initially. I will link it to the video description. The province use expression of interest system priority for sectors in demand, especially healthcare and trades occupation. So if you're nominated, you get a support letter to get a work permit even without an LMIA. So another province is Nova Scotia Nominee Program, different streams targeting skilled workers, international graduates, trades, occupations, and some of these require a job offer, but other may emphasize work experience, language, and your willingness to live permanently in Nova Scotia. So you can check other provinces that have your occupation on their priority occupation list and go through this route, guys, without a job offer to land yourself a PR to move to Canada with your family. So you must always check the specific eligibility criteria for the province or territory you wish to apply in. They change and they prioritize based on labor market needs. So now, in summary, here is your actionable checklist to get started. Determine which federal program you are eligible for. Number 2, take the required language test, English language or French. You can choose one or both. Then thirdly, you need to get your educational credential assessed. That is your ECA. Then you have to calculate your CRS score to see if you meet up with the required score. Then you have to create your express entry profile. After which, if you're eligible, you can also research provincial nominee streams in provinces where your occupation is in high demand. Then you can go ahead to apply for PMP streams or the expression of interest systems when they open. If you're nominated, accept nomination and update your express entry profile. Then you wait for an invitation to apply, and you submit your application with full documents, your medical security checks, and while waiting, prepare for settlement, finances, housing documents, and then pack your bags with your family and move to Canada as a permanent resident. Guys, you don't have to go through the PMP. You can go through only the federal express entry. If age is no longer on your side, then you have to look into provincial nomination programs, because your age is going to reduce your score drastically for a federal express entry. But if age is on your side and you have all the requirements, you don't have to go through the provincial nomination program. Just focus on federal express entry, and I wish you the very best of luck.